Hi, Jonas Ferris, investment advisor for Miami Beach. Just wanted to do a quick update on the GameStop situation. We've done a couple videos already about GameStop and how it's very dangerous for investors. I was contacted by some clients about the whole situation, and I was concerned that individual investors were going to lose money, and also the speculators, and that is what seems to be happening. This is a quick recap. In recent weeks, GameStop, which is the next Blockbuster or Radio Shack, I'm not sure which, seems to be slowly going out of business as people don't buy GameStop, don't go to the store in malls to buy games anymore. That is an old business model. All these big investors, hedge funds, have been shorting the stock, expecting it to go bankrupt at some point or just to get it at a lower price. They can buy it back at a lower price, boom, make money. The online chat room people bid up the stock to crush the hedge funds or own the hedge funds, and that looked like it was working briefly, and the media and a lot of celebrity individuals were kind of promoting this as some sort of new world of investing. And as we said, this is not a new world. This happened in the 90s. The only difference is there's more money involved. Anyway, kind of an update. So the stock was around $20 a share in January, and that was about $1 billion market value, which is the total value of GameStop. It ran all the way up to, believe it or not, $483, which is $32 billion market value. That is about the market value of Best Buy, a company with profits for one, and about $45 billion in revenue as opposed to $5 billion in revenue. So GameStop is on any level is a much smaller business, not to mention it is a shrinking money-losing business as opposed to Best Buy. So to have those two companies worth the same is completely irrational. And it came back to earth. The stock has collapsed all the way, GameStop, to $60. Now there are now class action lawsuits by investors angry that they somehow lost money because the brokers manipulated the markets to benefit the hedge funds because the hedge funds were losing money. This is basically a conspiracy class action lawsuit because you can't make GameStop worth as much as Best Buy unless GameStop's business turns around and grows significantly. And that just is not in the cards without everyone shopping at GameStop, which isn't going to happen, it seems. So this myth that this was manipulated down to benefit the clients of brokers is already absurd. This case is probably not going to go anywhere. I'd be curious what they find out anyway, so I'm not like against the lawsuit, I guess, in that sense, but it is preposterous that this is how somehow they lost. And I will also say it seems like in recent days hedge funds have been making money on both sides. The Wall Street Journal had an article about Senvest Management, a hedge fund, made $700 million on GameStop going up. The other hedge funds, apparently many of them, as far as I could tell, didn't, as far as I can tell from public records, haven't even lost money yet because they just raised more money to hold the position. They didn't have to do this magical short squeeze, and possibly are making money on the way down if they increase those bets. We're not sure the exact way this is playing out. There's also the situation, as I mentioned, where executives probably sold into this, who had stock options. I don't know if they could have done it fast enough, but there was people who owned this stock from before it ran up who are going to want to sell into this bubble. You know, Fidelity as a business, the large mutual fund company, I think owns at least 10, if not 20% of the outstanding shares. It's unclear what they've done with those, but there's a lot of people who own this a lot cheaper and would have wanted to sell when it got to this inflated a price, making this a very difficult position for the Reddit Robinhooders to profit from. And that is the current situation, and we'll see where this, now it's possible the stock's going to keep going back up. You can now freely trade it in many of the platforms that were restricting it, but they were restricting it supposedly and likely for reasons of cash flow with settlement and not because some mysterious dark force hedge fund told them to do so. So we'll kind of keep up on this story, but in the short run, it does not look like it was a very good pump because there was no dump for the chat room investors, and it seems like professional investors may have made money in both directions on this stock. We'll have more on this in the future. Thank you.